Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Mahogany Squeeze. I'm here to do another video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'm here to tell y'all why I think Monique Samuels, it is truth that she had an affair or inappropriate relationship with her trainer. Because this season and what we have been witnessing is showing us exactly, well, evidence that that happened and that it caused problems in her marriage. Like, she had went back and did a live, maybe like last month, with her husband, and she had said, like, they're trying to break up a home, they're trying to break up a family, this caused problems in our marriage and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, like, well, it would have been very old problems, or that it wasn't right. I just thought about it. It was filmed, everything that we're seeing now was filmed last year and before she did those lives. So it would mean that back then it was causing problems in the marriage, and what we're seeing on this season shows evidence that it really did cause problems in the marriage. Because I was thinking, like, I think you're just putting extra sauce on it to give your anger and your storyline more flavor, you know what I'm saying, more of a reason to be there. But no, this season shows us that it really did cause problems in their marriage. And here's everything that I witnessed that's evident to that. When, okay, she just got this last episode, she got into the fight with Candace. Now, I think that Monique got into the fight with Candace due to a lot of misplaced anger, needing someone to target and pin it on. I think that the people who she wants to attack, wants to lash out at, she can't. Candace was the easy target. So that's why Candace caught the brunt of it. And part of it could do, well, she giving Candace trumped up charges. That's what we've seen from Monique. And trust me, Monique is my favorite out of all of them. Well, Monique and Karen are my favorites out of all of them. But Monique was doing way too fucking much with the wrong people. She gave Candace trumped up charges for her reasons to be upset at her, which wasn't as big as she made them out to be. But that's because she needed someone to laser in on and take all this anger, hurt, and frustration out on, to blame for it, instead of going to therapy or going to go do some boxing. Oh, her husband didn't want her around men no more. That was evident too. So she couldn't go do no training in boxing. But girl, you should have went to the gun range, something, to let all that shit out. But anyway, so we know that the ladies in the group, and some who aren't or was previous guests on the show, all concocted a plan to try and get Monique out, right? They do not like Monique. They are jealous of Monique. She reminds them of the lavish life they wish that they was living, what they used to have but don't have no more, like all of that. So she's the prettiest one out of all of them, the richest one out of all of them, somewhat the best dressed out of all of them, because Candace actually dresses kind of nice too, as well as Karen. But I would say your overall track record of having the fashions, the look on point, would be Monique. So they got a lot of reasons to envy and hate this girl, Giselle specifically. So they all concocted a plan to throw shade on her and to get her from out of here. And they were successful. Monique fell pretty much into every trap. They decided that their plan would be to accuse her of having an affair and having a baby that is probably not her husband's. During that planning, that meeting, Candace was present, and Candace just told them, well, y'all can't go with it not being his baby, due to the fact the baby is clearly, evidently his. So that'll be too far. Well, what Candace didn't do, which I think is a fake friend, because Candace was crying in a vehicle with her husband telling her, I'm the only one who's been her friend. No, if you were being a true friend to her, you would have hit your girl up immediately. Like, guess what these hoes up here planning and talking about? That you having an affair with a trainer? And that baby ain't his. That's what they trying to do. So I was like, no, you can't claim to be this girl's friend when you never even gave her the heads up on that. Which, that is a valid reason for Monique to have a problem with Candace, right? But if you go look at last season, while Monique was pregnant, which means before the baby, she had already went to odds with Candace, right? And I think what could happen, because Candace is saying it's because she wants to be in the good graces of everyone else, so she switched up on her. I can see why Candace feels that way. But I think possibly what could have happened is Monique switched up on her, but it was because as Monique got to know her, her personality, the frequency that Candace rolls on, Monique looked at her like, no, I don't want to do that. Nobody hanging with me. That's not cute. Your, your behaviors of someone who I would not be real friends with. And they were supposedly having a real friendship. So that could have been what initiated the clash between them two, is because, okay, we all know that Candace is a brat. Candace is petty and immature. She do act childish. She does have a mouth on her and be doing the most. And while she up there calling people get on ratchet, like, to me, a person ended up getting in a fight isn't get on ratchet. What's get on ratchet is the person that's every time they get into it, they hands up and they screaming and shouting and calling people out their name. Like, girl, you've been doing that. To me, that's embarrassing. That's get on ratchet. I wouldn't want to be around that. But anyway, oh, and you a host, and you have a guest in your home that you're pulling a knife and screaming across the table. Like, to me, that's stuff that's get on ratchet. Now, do I think that people should be being violent, putting their hands on people in situations where it's not necessary? No, and to me, this could have been avoided violence. It did not need to go that far. But, as I said, Monique has a whole bunch of hurt and anger that she needed to pit out on someone. And since she can't get the ones who she really wants, she chose Candace. So anyway, they began to clash then. And it did somewhat look like a switch up. So I understand Candace in that regard. But I think that it could just be the simple fact that as Monique got to know you, she don't rock with your type of behavior. But anyway, let's get down to now this season. Giselle, Monique called herself trying to make up with this girl who don't like you, ain't never liked you, fake as fuck. She jealous of you, been want you gone, and you fell into a trap. Because as you see, Giselle is actually the one who started the fight. Well, you know what, I ain't gonna put that all on her. Well, no, she kind of did start the fight. Because she the one, while they was at this winery, who brought up, like, are y'all too cool? Do y'all love each other? Are y'all friends? To which Candace was like, yeah, she's still my friend. I still love her, even though she was pretending to be asleep and all this type of stuff. Monique, being petty, being childish, then already targeted this girl, been targeting her, goes and says, oh, well, you ain't a mommy, you don't understand. And I'm like, that's not what I seen. First off, y'all didn't even have a kids with you on that vacation. What I seen is y'all was up till 3, 4 in the morning taking back shots. You, Karen, I think Candace as well, and somebody else was there. Like, so that's why you was asleep. I would have just said that instead of trying to be petty, talking about you ain't a mother, so you wouldn't know. Like, that was petty. Monique has been being extra as hell. Even though she my favorite, the bitch been being extra as hell and targeting Candace. So, Candace go to say, like, what that got to do with anything? Like, you trying to shame me? I can't shame you because you're not a mom and all this. So, Candace talking to her and she like this or whatever. Monique goes to flipping her hair. That was the first fucked up. Monique had no right, especially since you know that you have all this animosity, anger, and rage inside of you that you want to get out. You should not have touched that girl's hair in doing that. Oh, you want me to track you? You want me to track you? I can track you. Flipping that girl hair. No, y'all in the middle of an argument. You and just so her get her hands out your face. So why would you go the extra step to start putting your hands on her, something that's attached to her? But anyway, so that's when Giselle came, pushed her, because Giselle is a little bitch, right? Giselle wants to go to war with Monique, but since she's such a scary ass bitch, she can't directly go to war with Monique. But I think that she wished she could put hands on him, which is why she's like, oh, let me take this opportunity while you distracted and arguing with this girl, and I'm about to push you. And I think it was also to instigate, to make it appear as if Candace was the one who did it. Because after she did it, then she ran behind Candace and started pulling Candace, talking about y'all need to stop. So anyway, that's when Monique actually went to attacking Candace and putting her head down, punching her and all that type of shit. Then wouldn't let go of her freaking hair. That irritated the hell out of me. Like, girl, Let go of her freaking hair, y'all. Do what y'all got done did. Be done with it. But anyway, it took them about like 5 to 10 minutes. Probably even longer than that because we watched an edited version for them to get Monique to finally let go of that girl's wig. Finally do that. Giselle, Robin, oh, they're so happy because you fell into their trap and they didn't have to even take the wrath of it to work. They was able to get Candace to have to take the wrath of it and still get your ass out because now they have the golden goose to be able to not have to see you winning anymore. But anyway, so they up there talking about basically like, okay, yeah, we got her to this point. This is how she behaving. Now she talking about, oh, she gonna kill her. Yeah, we done with this bitch. Let's use this to tell them we don't want to be around her anymore. So anyway, oh, what I didn't like, them trying to take that approach of black women fighting and putting their hands and stuff on people. Get the fuck out of here. Do not try and make that a race issue when every other race fights. Okay, that has nothing to do with race, religion, ethnicity, nationality, beliefs, none of that. Gender. Do you know how many white people I've seen fighting at work on a job in the Senate? I've seen people on the Senate floor, white, scrapping. At graduations, white, scrapping. At restaurants, like, so that was just bullshit and lame. To me, that's projection on Candace's part because you want to run with ghetto and hood rat when you at ghetto and hood rat. And your whole idea is what all this sounds like to me when they kept trying to say black women and making black women look bad. Like, that's projection of your own inferiority complex and desire to be accepted by white people. Because first off, I don't give a fuck what white people do. Fuck them. Number two, they do all of that same shit and more. So the whole world, man, is ratchet and ghetto. It fighting is what we're classifying as ratchet and ghetto. So, like, did y'all just see the presidential debate? That was ratchet and ghetto. And they're white men. Wealthy white men. But anyway, so it goes from that. Now, this is what I'm looking at. It's truth to the rumors that Monique had an inappropriate relationship with that trainer. Because as you seen, number one, they was out walking. She had to walk and run for her exercise. Now, he ain't even letting that chick go to the gym no more. She can be around men for quite some time until she get that trust back. So, I believe that's evidence. She ain't in the gym working out no more. She got to do it on her own like everybody else running around the park. But if you pay attention to how her husband has been treating her, she's in a doghouse and she's kissing major ass and he's dogging her ass out. And that was evident to me when they had the event, right? Well, not event, when they had all of the couples there at this lake house and they asked the men to do an impersonation of your wife, right? A behavior of your wife or something. All of the men, they joking around, talking about what their wife like to eat, drink, their wife getting dressed in the morning and stuff like that. This dude comes like this, right? Mind you, in front of couples, people who he know have heard the rumors themselves about her having this affair. People whom he knows she even got beef with some of them. And he chose that moment to humiliate his wife. He gets down on his knees with a bottle to insinuate this is what she does. She be sucking dick. So then he's like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. And then he's like, well, no, because that's true. That is her. That is our relationship. He said that's our relationship. So I took that two ways. One, you wanted to humiliate her. So these same people who feel like, oh, she had cheated on you, your trophy wife is just using you for money, not attracted to you, or whatever the case, he wanted to use that as his moment to say, this bitch be on her knees sucking my dick all the time. Then I looked at it as most trophy wives who marry wealthy men. That kind of is like one of the unwritten agreements is that, yeah, you gonna give it up and pleasure him whenever he wants or needs. And the trade-off is you have unlimited spending for the bank account. And that's normally how that goes. But he used the opportunity to demean and humiliate her. And that was his goal, to show them, like, regardless of what this chick doing, I told y'all, he was humiliating her. She had to play it off and roll with the punches. And then I looked at the fact that she was already stating, like actually on that trip, that it was her birthday weekend. She wanted him to barbecue for her. Come on, how many of us ladies? I'm single right now, but how many of you, if you ask your man for something any day of the year, you're gonna get it. Let alone your birthday. He's gonna do even more, wait on you even more, hand and foot. He told her, no, I'm catering. He's punishing that girl. And she had to eat it, right? Because she sat there on the green screen and told us, like, it's my birthday and he won't even do that for me. I wanted to barbecue and he want to go and enjoy and do his own thing. So he gonna cater it because he's punishing her. She's in a doghouse. She has to eat it, which is why she told us that, but didn't state any grievances to him. She's playing just a good, faithful trophy wife next to him. And then she was also complaining about how she tries and goes above and behind to make all these things happen for him, make his life easier. And he looks at it and has been treating her. He won't do those things for her. He won't go the extra mile for her anymore. All he's willing to do for her is to allow her to have access to that checkbook. And that's when, oh, it's this net in here. It's getting on my nerves. My air conditioner started leaking. So I had noticed on the windowsill was a whole bunch of leaking water. And I think that that's what caused it. Oh, I'm not about to get distracted talking about that. So she's in the doghouse. She's having to eat it. He has been dogging her ass because I was thinking like, girl, I would be and saying something to his ass like, dude, you better act right. You're not about to be treating me like crap. You gonna do what I asked you to do and all that. But then it dawned on me like, oh, if it's truth to why I'm in the doghouse, to why he treat me like this, I can't do shit but bite my lip and continue to kiss ass. So that to me made it evident like, oh, okay. He humiliates you in front of everyone. You at the park nines to work out instead of at the gym with a trainer. He's not willing to do anything that you need or ask or want him to do. He's basically telling you to kiss his ass. You can go spend a couple of dollars, and you're just eating it and won't say shit to him, but continuing to bend over backwards for him. She's in the doghouse. That shit was true. It's true to the rumors that if she didn't have a full on, like actually go there affair, it was on its way to it. She was training at the gym with him more than usual. They was having conversations. There wasn't a appointment time type of conversation. It was some half an hour to an hour's conversation she was having on the phone with this man. It's true to it. So it made more sense now while she was on that live. Like, they trying to ruin my family. They trying to break up my marriage. We have marriage problems because of this and stuff like that. And then as he's dogging you out and punishing you for it, you're keeping your mouth shut. And you're hurt and you're being embarrassed and shamed by him and neglected by him, and you're just eating it. She can't take it out on him and check him for how he's treating her. She got to eat it. The girl who put it out there, she can't necessarily go and check her, because the most she can go and say to her is, now if the girl was lying, right? If Monique's on hands at Candace, a person who she's decided to give trump up charges to take her wrath and hurt out on, then she would definitely do that to the chick who went and told her husband lies or put these lies out there, because it's causing her to be in this predicament at home. The fact that then that she can't do that means that the girl told the truth, and the most she can go to her and say is, you were supposed to be my friend, why did you tell him? That's the most she can say to that girl. Because if the girl put out the lies and it was, no, I'm about to go and beat this bitch ass, and I'm about to get on my husband like, look, dude, the shit ain't true, so you better act right. I don't, nah, dude. Okay? The shit ain't true. I ain't putting up with that shit. You're not about to treat me any kind of way. The fact that Monique ain't doing neither one of those with them two people, it's true. It's true. She was in an inappropriate situation with this trainer. So she has to eat it. And guess who she's choosing to take it out? Since Giselle hasn't came on to her direct, and she can't go on to Giselle direct, or Charisse, or these other characters. But Candace is here, who she feels the weakling, who she feel is she's given to Candace everything she wants to get to her best friend. Since Candace was a friend, Candace is the one on the show. Candace didn't come actually and tell her about the concoction of it. That's why she's basically showing us what she wants to do and say to her best friend, who aired out her dirty laundry, that her husband will find out about the affair. That's what she's doing. Misplaced anger. Trumped up charges on Candace, making Candace pay for what Candace didn't do because she's sitting at home having to pay for what she did do. And that's the only person who she can lash out at and put that all on. That's what my observation has been. That's what I think. You guys tell me what you think. Do you think he was trying to humiliate her when he got on there and said, she sucks my dick? Yeah, that's our relationship. And no husband won't say that. Not one where he dotes and loves his wife and she ain't in the doghouse. And then did you see, what was that girl name? That one chick, she fell down off the chair like, yeah, uh-oh. Like, wow, this dude just dead. I'm dead. This dude done said that. So tell me, what you think about him doing that? Tell me what you think about the fact that she's at the park, not at the gym anymore. Tell me what you think about the fact that he is pretty much dogging her and she having to eat it. It won't do anything for her that she needs or wants or asks him to do. Yet she's still bending over backwards to play her role as what she's supposed to do. As if, trying to get herself out the doghouse. Tell me what you think about the fact that she is projecting all of this anger and hurt and rage that she has for her best friend and her husband and Sharice out onto Candace. Because to me, she's wrong. It was no way that Candace was going to be able to avoid a confrontation with her. Candace, except to never show up. If you paid attention, she kept singling out Candace trying to create a problem out of any and everything. Just like when they was in the kitchen concerning the Ashley's cheating husband situation. She focused in on Candace because Candace went and told Ashley about her husband cheating, and she's thinking like, I'm facing heat for my cheating with my husband. Leave marriages alone. She don't give a fuck about Ashley and Ashley cheating ass husband. And then under any other circumstances, she wouldn't have cared that much that Candace had told her. It's only for the simple fact that she is dealing with her own situation of cheating and with a friend who came and ratted her out. So, to me, that's she overkilled it. And I kept trying to figure out why. But once I had completed all of that and seen what was going on and put it all together, I'm like, yo, it's truth to it. That's why she would not leave Candace alone about saying that to Ashley. And pay attention that it was on that same trip that her husband embarrassed her. And she can't go off on him. So now I got to deal with these chicks I got a problem with. And all these issues I'm having being embarrassed in front of them by my husband. So now that gives them something else to run and talk about. Of how, oh yeah, they're playing work that he knows. He's pissed. She's paying for it. She's in a doghouse. She's embarrassed. She's being shamed by him in front of people who she knows secretly laughing. Well, no, because they laughed in front of her face. But gonna be talking about it behind her back and going to be seen on national television. So she's doing a whole bunch of projection. Candace had been trying to avoid this from coming to this. Monique is the one who kept targeting her because she wanted to project and attack someone, blame someone for it. And since she couldn't get the people who are the true culprits, she's attacking Candace for it. So tell me what you think about that, about how she kept nagging Candace concerning something that ain't had shit to do with her. Because I'm like, y'all just talked about it in the kitchen and now y'all out at the fire pit and you're bringing it up again. Like, leave this girl Candace alone. Candace kept walking away and trying to avoid it. Even before as much mouth as Candace has, she had been trying to avoid it, but she's seen. That's why she was smart to leave. I'm not going to get around it. She wants a problem with me in any and everything I do. She's going to create a problem. And it's because I'm having to pay for what her other friend did that betrayed her. She's going to take the wrath out on me. Tell me what y'all think about all of this. Just like she talking about, I can't wait to see this reunion because Monique's talking about, not that I know what you say I was doing. Wait till y'all see that reunion. I got something for her too. Just not other. But of course, Giselle don't want to fight her. Giselle can't fight. That's just a messy, petty bitch. But what I didn't like is how all of them now it shows for the next episode them having a meeting with Monique. Monique, I'm not sorry, I'm not sorry. Because Monique is looking at Candace like the actual friend who got her in all this shit. I mean, she got herself in it, but she look at the friend. She looking at Candace as the friend who had betrayed her. So she feels no remorse for what she did because she's having to pay for it at home. But all of them sit there, oh, you're violent now. We just don't do that. You're making black women look like they ain't got on fights in New Jersey. Housewives didn't put hands on each other. The Orange County didn't put hands on each other and stuff like that. Like, that's just what pissed me off. Like, ugh, I can't stand when people do that. Do not compare us to white people or come to me talking about how white people think or how we look to them. We ain't did shit to them. MLK, they ain't have shit on him and they still killed him. And they are the last people who should be a standard for morality and humanity and stuff like that. Like, no, they barbaric beasts who literally have no conscience at all. And these are the people you telling me I should try and behave, act, and look a certain way so they don't judge me. They've already made their minds up on how they were going to judge us. And it had nothing to do with our behavior. Okay? But anyway, so, oh, you made us look bad. You made it physical, so we're, we don't want you on the show anymore. We don't feel safe. Giselle's scared as hell now. Like, first off, yeah, I got my out to get this chick out. Since I have to compete with her and I clearly lose in every sector. But now she's also scared, like, oh crap. If I continue to play games with her, this could end up happening to me. I could get my ass dragged across the floor. I don't want her in here no more. So I loved what Karen had to say. Karen was like, no, let me go check on my friend. Y'all not about to try and villainize her. Even though she was wrong, she has been the villain. I'm here for Monique. I hope Monique continues to stay on the show because I want her there. I even want her to stay even more now due to the fact I can't stand Giselle or Robin. But Candace, girl, you are ghetto. You are ratchet because ghetto and ratchet has nothing to do with race and it has nothing to do with if a person fights or not. It has everything to do with mentality and behaviors, and your verbal speaking and actions, theatrics, have shown us that you're ghetto and ratchet. Because any woman screaming just like you was even there, you ghetto ratchet at a place of business, you're ghetto, you're ratchet to do that. But hey, I'm not judging you for that. But since you want to judge people on how if they're ghetto or ratchet or hood, you're ghetto or ratchet. What else do I want to say about that? I think that pretty much clears everything up about what I gotta say. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Thanks for watching.